If you feel lost right now, not completely broken, not completely hopeless, just lost, this message is for you. Maybe you don't know what you're supposed to do next. Maybe what used to make sense doesn't anymore. And maybe you're tired pretending that you have it all figured out. Let me tell you something gently. Feeling lost does not mean you're failing at life. It means you're human. There are moments when the path disappears, not because you chose wrong, but because you've grown beyond where you once were. No one really talks about this part. They talk about success. They talk about goals. They talk about finding your purpose. But they don't talk about the quiet moments when you wake up and feel disconnected from your own life, when you do what you're supposed to do, but it doesn't feel like you anymore. And that can be scary, because being lost doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like functioning, like smiling, like getting through the day while feeling empty inside. If that's you, you're not alone. I want you to hear this clearly. You are not broken. You don't need fixing. You don't need to become someone else. You don't need to rush your way into clarity. Sometimes feeling lost is a sign that your old self no longer fits. And that's not failure. That's transition. But transitions are uncomfortable. They strip away certainty. They ask you to sit with questions instead of answers. And most people are never taught how to do that. There's so much pressure to know who you are, to know where you're going, to know what you want. But life doesn't move in straight lines. Some chapters are meant to be unclear. Some seasons are meant to slow you down. Some moments are meant to teach you patience instead of progress. If you feel behind, you're not. You're just moving at a pace that your soul needs. Being lost doesn't mean you need to push harder. Sometimes it means you need to rest. Rest your mind. Rest your expectations. Rest a version of yourself that thinks it has to be strong all the time. You're allowed to pause. You're allowed to not know. You're allowed to take small steps instead of giant leaps. Clarity doesn't come from force. It comes from space. Even if it doesn't feel like it, you are still moving forward. Every moment of reflection, every quiet doubt, every unanswered question, they are shaping you. You don't need to see the whole path. You only need to stay. Stay curious. Stay gentle with yourself. Stay open, because being lost is not the end of the story. It's often the beginning of a deeper, more honest one. If you're listening to this and something inside you feels seen, hold on to that. You don't have to rush your healing. You don't have to explain your journey to anyone. And you don't have to have all the answers today. Just don't abandon yourself. It's often the beginning of a deeper, more honest one. You're still here, and that matters more than you know. Welcome to Echoes That Heal. If this video helped you feel a little less alone, you're exactly where you need to be.